Hello, subscribers. Welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 6. We're going to be continuing our party in the mine area. I'm actually very close to I think it's called the Stone Guardian or something like that. And the guy's pretty darn tough. I think he might be up the stairs. So let's save it. I need to cast my prep spells too before I fight him. Yeah, let's just attack. Oh, and by the way, I do have a Vulcan hammer now. I saved up enough money to get one. So that's cool. Hey, Saztam, welcome. How are you doing today? Hey, also welcome. How are you doing? Usul asks, he wondered why I never hide with the ninja and the bards. I haven't had a need to do that yet. That's the only reason why. And the ninja, I mean, with the size, he's doing critical hits fairly often, so I don't need to hide really. Saztam says he's watching this while sunbathing by the pool. Nice. Yeah, my ninja's in position 3, so he doesn't have to hide to build a reach. And his armor class is pretty good right now. Let me see what it is. Yeah, see? Base armor class of 0 and 3 on the hands. That's pretty darn good. Alright, this is going to be a tough battle. So I'm going to make sure I have my magic points up all the way. And then cast my preparation spells. I'm going to reload just to save some time. And then I run right into the Guardian of the Rock. One hill giant, okay. Yeah, we should be able to take care of him. I got Layla as Y-hander too, by the way. Okay, I should have most of my spell points now. So let's cast Armor Plate. Enchanted Blade. I think I may have Missile Shield. Yeah, level 1 Missile Shield. Oh, that's during battle. That's right. Wizardry 8's where you can cast it outside of battle. Let me reload that. Yeah. Okay, here we go. I am the Guardian of the Rock. Yes, we've come to take the rock. Then I must slay you. Okay. Let's see here. Actually, I'm going to thrust. I thought I had two people that had the conjuration spell, but evidently not. So let's have him cast conjure. Try to slow. I don't know if it'll work or not. Harmonium. Angel tongue. Hey, Gringo Steve. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? You finally made it. Installed DOSBox today. Nice. Two shades appear. Good. Shades will be good against this. Okay. Need to cast Missile Shield. Do you have any games in mind, Gringo Steve, that you're going to play? Let's see, I think I irritated him last time. No. Yeah, I did. It's slow that didn't work on him. Oh, I killed him already? Wow. That's really surprising. We don't need those boulders. We'll just take the ruby eyeball. So what games are you thinking about playing, Gringo? Guess that's it. That's all we needed was that ruby eyeball. Okay, we can take the quick exit right here. That gets us out of there real quick. A tunnel ends abruptly, as apparently there was a cave-in some time ago. You might be able to dig through it using the proper tool. Let's do that. Somebody has the miner pickaxe. There we go. Yes, Unlimited Adventures. I did a review on that. Hey, Rod, welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, you can create gold box games essentially with Unlimited Adventures. If you want to know more about it, you can go see my review on it. That hopefully will help. Amazulu zombies. Glad you're doing well, Rod. I'm doing well here. Gringo says, of course, he's planning to play the third Advanced Dungeons & Dragons just the side games. Ravenloft Stone Prophet, 1995, good memories. Hey, Eric, welcome. How you doing today? No more power issues, hopefully? Rod says, any idea about games in which you build things, not cities? No, I can't think of anything off the top of my head. Usul says every time he's on a live stream, it feels a little odd because he tends to watch long plays with 1.5 speed. Yeah, it probably feels like slow motion to you then. Master of Orion with spaceship design was great fun, Usul says. Cool. Glad to hear it, Eric. Yeah, I'm doing well. We're going into the next area in Wizardry 6. We're out of the mines now. Going to the Amazon area, which is very confusing as well. Yeah, a disco scene of rotting corpses. Ooh, they can paralyze. At least in this game, it's not like D&D, where you get paralyzed in one hit and you die. This appears to be some sort of burial chamber. Wrapped mummies being laid in alcoves cut from the earth. The ground is dirt and clay, and broken pieces of pottery lie scattered about the room. There we go, fully healed. You're in the mines currently, Eric? Gotcha. Yeah, the mines are pretty tricky. Were you able to scratch up enough for the Vulcan hammer? Yes, I did. In fact, when I bought it, I only had 500 gold left. And then I did so much grinding, I got all the way back up to, I think, 10,000 gold. Let's see. Yeah, I have 10,000 more on top of that. And yet, even with all that grinding, I'm still only level 9 and 10. Besiege. That sounds interesting. Okay, so this area, I think you can come in from the backside at some point. Let's see. Okay, there we go. Yeah, too bad Jake's not on here. Jake seems to know just about every game that's in existence. He'd probably be able to tell you right away, Rod, which games to play. You could probably go ask over at the Discord channel and he'd probably give you a whole bunch. Saztam says Alien Legacy, you build space colonies. Yes. Yeah, that's who I mean. I just call him Jake because I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced Jackie or what it's supposed to be. So I just say Jake because that's what it kind of looks like a little bit. Okay, we're not going that direction yet. Go through this door. Okay, so here we can get some sand. But we have to have a bag, I think. I don't think I have anything like that yet. Okay. Yeah, the rotting corpses, I guess, are from all the people that have died here, Gringo. Faded paintings depicting brown people engaged in growing crops, bathing, and dancing in costumes cover the walls, a record most likely of daily life. Whoops. The walls are made of earth, blocks of clay engraved with fanciful designs. A quick look around reveals that all the walls are this way, suggesting a royal or sacred air about the place. This is where things start to get kind of crazy in the game. Like with puzzles and traps and stuff. Our first native encounter. Critical. Rod. Gringo says let them join your party. That's funny. Can always rely on the chat to come up with something funny. Always look for things on the walls because this place is pretty crazy with traps and puzzles and Hmm. Critical again. Yeah, critical hits in Wizardry 6 are really imbalanced. They really fixed that in 8. Clouds. Oh, 29 damage. Wow. That thing could really sting. Gringo says amazed at Deforte's uber micro skills. I don't know about that, but thank you. Oh, Dane died. Oh, it's a mana war. No wonder. Those are really strong. Look at that. I just can't even penetrate its armor. Rod says, let's make the faces and the portraits green, but make the naked ladies in the right color. Priorities, yeah. Man, I can't penetrate that thing. You could throw one of those actions per minute counters to use StarCraft 2. I think I'm going to try to run just so I can reload. Okay, good. We'll just be able to reload then. That was really funny. So they ran and fell off to their death. It's okay, I was going to reload anyway. Oh, wow. You guys are funny. Yeah, I'm sure nobody wants to read every single message. During combat, that would take forever. Yeah, they ran off the cliff. That was funny. Sometimes I slow it down a little bit when I'm fighting something stronger, like when I fought that Guardian of Stone or whatever he's called, just so you could see the messages. Okay, that was a set encounter, obviously. Okay, we got something here, I'm sure. This might be where you get the bag of sand, or the bag, I don't know. I'm sure I'm going the wrong way. Oh, it's one of these things again. Oh, the goop gloops. Okay. Yeah, I know why we need this. Paralyzed. Let me summon something here. Rod says that would be a cool thing to implement in Forteverse, I guess. Which dialogues you want to see in the console when you fight? You mean like which character says something when something happens to him? Yeah, goop gloops. So water. There, I killed one. Water doesn't seem to work too well. Skeletons are distracting the goop gloops. There we go. Goop splotch. I know what we need that for. Rod says he means like filtered damage and attacks, so you don't get like 5 messages per round. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, actually I do that. I do make it where like when you do a special, an attack or something, and there's multiple things that happens, it puts it all on one line. Also, I have what I call like a throttle on messages, so I can control priority of messages, and some will drop out if there's too many coming per second. Yeah, that's a special item, Eric. You need it. I know exactly when to use it. I remember because it was so strange. Okay, we haven't gone this direction yet. Let's make sure there's no button. Oops. I thought I had turned right, but I didn't. No button there. Yeah, a little factoid about Wizardry 6. There's always a little button that you can visually see on the side of a wall. You have to be facing that direction when you use the search command to push a button. However, if there's something on the ground, you can search facing any direction and it'll find it. So that's why I'm always looking around at the walls, because you do have to be facing that direction. Yeah, where are the guardrails when you need them? They're sleeping, standing up. I didn't see them wearing any fur halters, did you guys? Level 10 lowered, alright. Let's get his theology up. He's still not to the higher level spells. I think I'm going to get Cure Paralysis because none of my guys have that yet. Surfboards, yeah, they did look like surfboards, those giant kite shields. Hey, in Bard's Tale 2 you could let him join. Bard's Tale 2 you could get any kind of monster in your party. It was awesome. Actually, let me make sure I didn't miss a button here either. Nope. Yeah, I remember when I played this game originally, I didn't have any clue book or anything. It took me over a year to beat it. Playing off and on. Yeah, it's very, very tricky. But you can beat it without using a hint book. Gringo Steve says, yeah, just like Bard's Tale 2, everything was possible in the 80s. Heck yeah. Kringle Brothers, yeah. Good old Kringle Brothers. I used to love getting a bunch of undead in my party. I'd go to the Great Crypt and just stand there and wait. And then every once in a while, some undead monster will come up and want to join you. Then you'd have like a ridiculous party, even at level 1. It's amazing the sound that this game makes with the PC speaker. Ah, wow. So we made it all the way back around, full circle. Okay. Let's go the other direction then. Usul says 6 is tricky without a guide, but Wizardry 7 is a whole other story. That's true. Very true. I'm going to try to silence these. She tried to cast Weaken. Eric says he wonders what kind of damage the Vulcan Hammer says it does. It's bashing type damage. And it's just physical. So it doesn't like do fire damage or anything. Interestingly enough, if you throw certain sticks or bombs, those will do magic type damages like fire or cold, even though you don't invoke them. See, here's a button. You can see it right there in the middle. So I triggered it, so it probably opened a ledge somewhere. Yep, it was this ledge. Gringo says, in earnest, what are these scantily clad women doing in a concrete dungeon? Did they get lost? The rotting corpses you get. Well, this is, I think, supposed to be like an Amazon type area. That's why I keep saying Amazulu. So I think if they would have had different backdrops, I'm guessing we would be seeing like mossy walls and, you know, like we're up in maybe tree areas or something. They just don't have any backdrops besides stone, which is kind of goofy. But that's just my guess, because I know there's a forest in the game. It even says forest, but it just shows concrete. So lack of graphics. Okay, another button pushed. And it was this ledge. Kill these foragers. Gringo Steve says, though, they look like they're getting a lot of sun. Yeah, I think it's supposed to be like the Amazon area, you know, South America. Not literally South America, but that kind of environment. Because I know at some point we're going to be walking across lavas, like there's a pit of lava or something like that, or hot coals. And it's in this area. So you have to use your imagination like in the old Atari days. Hey, Gauntlet, welcome. How are you doing today? Do you guys like how Wizardry 6 makes like a poof sound, like an explosion sound when the monsters die? Or do you like when monsters die, they make like a moaning or like screaming sound? Which sound do you like better in different games? You were up late coding. You're tired, huh? He says Amazulu is more like South Africa, though. Gotcha. Yeah, you're probably right. Now, what do you guys personally like? Do you like these little explosions the Wizardry 6 does and making like a poof when a monster dies? Or do you like when it makes like a screaming sound or something? Like think of the gold box games when you kill monsters and you have Sound Blaster enabled, they go like, ah, they make like a screaming noise. Hey, Ralph. Oh, man, thank you very much. That is very generous of you. Ralph says, hello, all. Had to visit some folks for a few days. Watched Hellraiser for the first time. Holy cow. Hellraiser's a crazy movie. I remember that one. The demons or whatever they are. But man, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. That was super generous of you. And really, really kind. So what did you think of Hellraiser? What did you rate that movie, Ralph? On a scale 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy it? Saztam says they are African Amazon women. It was a 9? You really liked it? Cool. That's excellent. Because when you said, holy cow, I didn't know if that was a good holy cow or a bad holy cow. No, that's excellent. So thank you very much again. That was super kind of you. Yeah, I saw that probably when I was a teenager, and I don't think I've seen it since then. I really should rewatch it because it was so long ago that I saw it. Of course, the infamous guy with the like spikes or needles sticking out of his head or whatever. I think that's what everybody pictures when they hear the name of that movie. Ralph says looking into the lore of the Conobites. I think that what they're named. Not sure what that is. I don't think there was a game ever made, but I'm not the best person to ask that. Because I've missed a lot of games. That'd be cool if there was a game made after it. So I take it you've only seen that first one so far, right? You haven't seen any of the other parts? I don't think I've seen any of them besides the first one, too. Gringo Steve says there should be screams. So you like screams better than the kind of explosion sound when a monster dies. Do you like many horror movies, Ralph? Because I've seen quite a few in my day. Saztam says, why not both? An explosion sound and a scream sound. Well, like the gold box games, if you have the PC speaker, it just goes like... It kind of makes like a grumbling sound when they die. But if you have Sound Blaster turns on, it makes like this really loud screaming sound. Gringo Steve says screams and gurgling. That was my question. That's why I was asking that, Gringo, is because I feel like the screams get very repetitive. So how would you avoid repetition on the sounds? You know, if you're fighting a bunch of them, they're all gonna be making death sounds. The explosion's kind of a more neutral sound, so it isn't like annoying if there's a certain death sound that's annoying. D Forte verse Hellraiser spin-off an option. Well, I am going to have lots of cameos in the game, so you never know what you may find in there. There may be some references to various horror movies, or there's going to be a lot of mythology in there. So you never know what you'll see, Gringo Steve. Ralph says, well, John Carpenter's The Thing is his favorite. The remake, not so. Yeah, that's a really good movie. I was just watching that like 3-4 weeks ago. I don't like a lot of the gore stuff. I'm not a gore seeker person. But the movie itself is great. Creepy, very creepy. I like all of John Carpenter's movies, though. I've never found one that I haven't liked. That's what he was talking about, the 1970s. Isn't that when Carpenter made it? Or was his early 80s? It's either late 70s or early 80s. Might have been like 81 or something. Cenobites Hellraiser, yeah. Oh, here's a button, see? That's why I check the walls. Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You know, that's one movie I don't know if I've ever seen. Halloween, Eric says, yep. Good old Halloween. Yeah, I've never seen a bad movie from John Carpenter. Big Trouble in Little China, Escape from New York. Escape from LA was a little bit cheesy, but I love cheesy, so it still worked great for me. Let's do Blinding Flash. Hey, Rod, welcome back. Yeah, I don't mind a little gore, but I don't like movies that are just like all torture, you know, and gore with the torture. That's just stressful for me. It's not appealing at all. Yeah. Gauntlet says, you know what Jack Burton always says. He always says a lot of things. Good old Jack Burton. I love that scene where he kisses the girl and gets lipstick on his mouth and he's getting ready to do a battle with the last guy, you know. And here he walks in there thinking he's all cool. And he's got all this lipstick on his face. Oh, that's just so funny. Okay, here's where, Eric, I know you're probably watching, but this is going to be a spoiler moment. So you may want to tune out for one or 2 minutes if you don't want a spoiler here. I'll give you 10 seconds. Some people hate spoilers, I know. Gringo says since he's having his glass of wine ready every time these tan girls come right from the beach into a dungeon to die by our hero. Yeah, give me your best shot. I can take it. Okay. So what we're going to do is use, when I can find it, okay, Eric, the spoiler's done. Let's see. Inspect. FEBOAELN. 4 E. How many E's is that? 1, 2, 3 E's. A B. It's got to be this. Bone key and a bunch of barbed arrows. Gringo says screams also have the potential to get annoying. Wasn't thinking about that. Yeah, that's why I was asking your guys' opinion, because I like this little explosion sound in Wizardry 6 because it although it's kind of absurd, it isn't annoying, and it's not real loud. It's kind of like a poof sound, almost like something disappearing. Ralph says, okay, the film Demolition Man, there is a vid on YouTube that gives an explanation on the 3 seashells. Really? Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to push that again. I'm not going to. Gauntlet says, how about the Defender explosion pixels go across the screen, erasing other pixels? Asteroids too, yeah. That'd be quite dramatic. Yeah, just listen to their sound here. Remember, this is the PC speaker, which just has beeps. Just beep, beep. It's just crazy that they were able to make that sound. Ooh, it cast web on me. So Ralph, besides The Thing, what is your second favorite horror movie? Borama Zulu, you care, Gringo Steve says. He cares. Hey, they're attacking me. I'm not attacking them. I'm always a polite adventurer. Ah, there's a gate over there. I can see it. Question is, when I push that button, what did I open? Okay, this is the beginning area. I've already been here. Yeah, the dungeons are very tricky. If you see an overhead view of them, it starts to make a lot more sense. And actually, a lot of the real estate ties together. It's pretty crazy. It's an amazing design. But yeah, this area is definitely one of the stranger areas. Go back up to that one spot and see if going right, I've opened an area. I've already pushed those. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. So that's the special room. Gringo says, imagine David Bradley had access to the Unreal, the Quake engines back then. Although I guess your art's limited based on the artists you have. Gauntlet says, Gallstaff, Sorcerer of Light. Then how come you had to cast Magic Missile? Gringo says, these giant ants look excellent. Yeah, they do a really good job with EGA graphics. I want to make sure pushing a button didn't result in another button appearing. I push that. Okay, and this is back to the beginning. So we'll go right now. I still am using the same musical instruments by my bards. I only have lutes, the one that does irritation, it's called harmonium, and then the angel's tongue, which does bless. So I'm still using level 1 spells with them. Summoner Geeks? Yeah, I don't know what that is. Is that a comedy? It's gotta be, right? Geek's a pretty funny term because it's used a lot in reference to like computer people. But a geek is someone in a circus that does weird things like bites heads off chickens and things. So it makes you wonder how in the world that became a term used for like computer geeks. Yeah, that's the name of them in the circuses. They're called geeks. Don't know why, but that's it. Hey, Christopher, welcome. How are you doing today? Good morning to you. Gauntlet says company made a game called Summoner and released a short called Summoner Geeks, which was a cartoon parody, of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay. It also says, can you explain how criticals are calculated? I'm not sure I can accurately describe it. I feel like in Wizardry 6 and 7, it is calculated based on the percentage. So, like, let me show you my ninja. So his Kirajitsu is 7. I feel like chance of getting a critical hit is about half of what your Kirajitsu skill is. I'm not doing that based on any for sure evidence. It's just on what I've observed. So like if you have 100 Kirajitsu, it seems like you get a critical hit almost every other hit. And then Wizardry 8 changed it a lot. A lot of things are based on level difference. So if you are a level 5 character fighting a level, we'll just say 10 character, even if you had really high critical hit chance, like 100, it's going to be very low. Your chance of doing a critical hit on that level 10 character is probably only like 1 or 2% based on what I've observed. So they made level difference be a huge factor with things being able to trigger or not. But in 6 and 7, it does seem to be pretty direct. And the level difference doesn't seem to make much difference. Now, some monsters do have resistance to it. So I think there's a hidden resistance value that we can't see. And some monsters have that, but most don't. Most don't seem to have any kind of critical resistance. So that's all just kind of my empirical evidence. There's no real facts behind that for sure. I've just played the game so much that that's what I have a feeling. And then weapons are the same way in Wizardry 6 and 7 and 8. They go through the same factor. If it says like crit of 3, then it's like a 3% chance. Whereas Kirajitsu seems to be about half of what the skill level is. So, I don't know. I know that's pretty vague, but that's my experience with it. And then they are cumulative. So, if you have 100 Kirajitsu and you're using something that's 10%, I feel like they're tested separately. Like, it tries your Kirajitsu critical, and if that fails, then it'll do the critical on the weapon, which may be 10%. But don't quote me on it, because like I said, I can't prove that. Oh yeah, Gauntlet. Cool. Yeah, that'd be good. Paste it in the Discord. Gringo says Dungeon Natives this time cracking up. Yeah, I agree. It does add a touch of mystery when you still don't know for sure. The person that would probably know the best would be the guy that made the Cosmic Forge editor. If you can ever find... I think he was called like the Mad God or something. I think that's the alias he used. He created editors for Wizardry 6 through 8. And super, super robust editors. So he probably knows how all that stuff works. If you could somehow find him on a forum or something. Let's see, we have a G, 2 G's, SP. It's got to be Poison Dagger. Empty sack, that's what... Okay, we needed that. Now we can go get our sand. Here it is. Fill the empty sack with sand. Okay. Now we just got to find the rest of the correct way to go. Gotta make my way over to that one gate. A boulder? Yeah. Look out, it's a giant boulder. There actually is a place where that happens. I'm trying to remember where that was. Might be coming up, actually. So it's funny that you say that, Gauntlet, because I'm pretty sure there is a point where once we go down in a pyramid, there's a giant boulder. You have to run. Uso says, in Realms of Arcadia 1, a lot of unanswered questions and mysteries were revealed 25 later through reverse engineering. Yeah, that's cool. That's why I'm not going to reveal all my formulas in Fortiverse. I'll reveal some of them occasionally, like on my Discord, but I don't want to reveal all of them because I want people to be able to figure them out. That's part of the fun. See, I just don't know if I'm supposed to push these again. I'm going to go ahead and try it. It didn't make a double click sound, it just made a single click. I'm always glad once I get done with this area, because it's so maze-like. In Dark Souls 3, you have to dodge a zombie ball. What's a zombie ball? Just like a big ball of zombies all stuck together? They even made a program to log which skill the game checks in certain situations. Most of them were a big surprise. Yeah, that's cool. I was doing the same thing with the old game Wasteland that I streamed about 2 years ago. I was hex editing, hacking just to figure out the formulas. I was completely surprised by some of the results I found. Like how luck impact melee damage. It was like a direct correlation. The more luck you had, the more damage you did with melee. It was so bizarre. Like that was the biggest factor for melee damage. So it's always fun to figure that kind of stuff out, like be a detective. Gauntlet says, yep, they move it up and down. Oh, so they're like biting and clawing at you? The zombies. It's weird they actually make up the ball. Yeah, that is really weird. That's a pretty unique idea. I'm not seeing any more platforms opening up yet. Just want to make sure there's no button. I know I've searched these walls. Okay. So yeah, going this direction is a complete dead end right now. This should be the main entrance, I believe. No, it's not. Okay. Here it is. Let's go one more this way. I see that darn gate over there, but I just can't get to it yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, fell down a chute. Looks like it opened this room here. I love the sound these things make. I'll turn it up so you can hear it. It's such a weird noise. Rat says he's in class and someone said here it's weird to listen to my professor at normal speed. I watch the classes on YouTube at 3 times the speed. Yeah, I think a lot of people do that. Speed it up a lot. Okay, we found a new room finally. Hey Jake, welcome. How are you doing today? Room of boulders. I've been in a room that had a bunch of boulders. So Jake, I keep pronouncing your name Jake, but how do you truly pronounce Jakkep? Glad you're doing good. He says Jake is fine. He'll try to look up a suitable example later on how it'd be pronounced in here. Okay. Here we go. The head of a strange beast is hewn in the center of a circular emblem on top of the gate, although somehow the face looks oddly familiar. Let's see if this is where we use that eye. No? Okay. About the bone key. Nope. Okay. We don't have the item we need then. I think he is from Finland. Jake is Deidre. His name can't be pronounced by mortals, Rod says. Alright, let's see if this bone key works here. Nice. Okay, there's a platform on the ground there. This is where the boulder is, I think, Gauntlet. See if we can find a hidden button. There, push something. Let's make sure it didn't change anything back here. Doesn't look like it. I think we disarmed the boulder. One of the countries with the densest metal band concentration next to Norway. Rod says his brain is listening to Spanish and English at the same time. It's weird, but it's easier to distinguish what everyone's saying. Oh, that's interesting. What are the black square tiles on the ground? So the thing I'm stepping on like sets things off. It like opens pits and things. And you have to do it in a certain way. And I don't know the exact order. In fact, I think at some point I actually have to fall down one of the pits on purpose, which threw me for the longest time when I first played this game. I was like, man, what am I supposed to do? I'm going to redo this. We're going to cast blades. There were too many of these to deal with. Another button. Now I have to figure out which pit I need to fall down. Let me see if this is the one. I don't know what it is about the graphics in this game, but those zombies are very creepy looking. Like, if you really stop and look at them, they are disturbing. They're not like gross, they're just kind of scary. And I feel like a lot of the graphics in this game are that way, where it's, I don't even know how to describe it. It just feels real. And I don't know if it's because it's not perfect looking, you know? It looks kind of like art, so you have to use your imagination a little bit. But compared to other games where they show you like all the details and things, I think this graphics in a game like this just has so much more meaning. I don't know why. Maybe you guys know what I'm trying to say. Rad says, don't you find it a bit weird that zombies are all men, but the naked women are just fine? So that wasn't the one, so we'll reload. I did not find what I was looking for. Let's try this one. Yeah, maybe that's part of it. Gauntlet says like the original Dungeons and Dragons had the pencil and oil paint feel. Gringo says it's Amazulu zombies. This is what comes from slaying the tan surfer chicks. Stop it. Yeah, I know there was secret doors. Buttons in the wall. I've pushed a lot of them. I just know I have to fall down one of these pits. I don't know if this was the right one or not. Try this one. Nope, that's where I came from. Ooh, Pharaohs of Fire. These are really cool too. Sometimes they drop onks. I really need to silence them. Onk of Fire. I'll make sure this isn't the pit. Yeah, they are cool monsters. Again, they have cool sound too. Oh, we're dealing with a mana war again. Yeah, Pharaoh Skeleton's pretty cool, isn't it? Ah. Unaffected. Yeah, floating mana wars are dangerous too. Yeah, it's 16 colors. It's EGA. Now he'll attack. Paralyzed. Man, rough battle. Yeah, they've done a great job. The dithering helps a lot with making it look like more colors. Uso says, do random battles really kick off in this part of the game? It sure feels like it. Yeah, they do start to really accelerate in this area. What does the loot do? It's a loot that casts the sleep spell as infinite charges. All musical instruments in Wizardry 6 through 8 have infinite charges. So it casts sleep. There's a little green, looks like a lifesaver that goes toward the enemy. And that's what that is. Gauntlet says, suddenly a boulder crushed the zombies and skeletons. Like Indiana Jones. Man, I am low spell points. Ouch. Oh, man. I still don't know which button I'm supposed to be pushing. Let's see if I need to fall here. Yeah, this might be it. Yeah, this is what you get looking forward to, Eric. Okay, there's two buttons. Let's see, where did that one take us? Yeah, this is the right way. Okay. I'm going to definitely have to rest. I gave you a big tip, Eric, about the pit, so that'll help you tremendously. It's the first time I played this, I was like clueless where to go. Oh, it just locked up. Glad I had saved it. Eric says those little dwarves in the mines he gets are just a little warm up of what's to come. Yeah, definitely. Just to give you some practice. Once you get out of these areas, the game starts to open up a little bit more. You start running into more exciting things, I'll just put it that way. Okay. Wow, those went down quick. Yeah, the giants that you run into, they're really cool, aren't they? The real deep voice. To see what I'm missing to open that gate. Yeah. Are you talking to me, Usul? Are you talking to Eric? I have. Yep. Make sure there's no more buttons. Are the Giants from New Jersey? Yeah. That's funny. Alright, I'm going to reload. So let's see. I tried that one. There we go. Man. All I can say when you play this game and you're in this area, make sure you look on every single wall. Alright, let's reload. And rest. Get all of our spell points back. Okay, that should be good. Poison gas explodes in your face. So obviously I didn't disarm these traps properly. Oh, here we go. Where's that fix command when you need it? It's gotta disable the traps. Oh. I didn't rest enough. Let's just see if we can reload. Okay. That was a lot. Yeah, I still don't have enough spell points. I need to keep resting. Talk about throwing an undead kitchen sink at you. Eric says, yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. That's more manageable. Okay, pharaohs are dead. Oops. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. So the whole group's just sleeping. Man, they can do some damage. Man, that was a battle. Okay, now hit points are within. Yeah, followed by one ant. Hit points are within a good range now where I'm not near death. Yeah, that was a set encounter at this position, but the number of monsters are variable, but obviously they made that pretty tough. Still crazy to believe that I'm only level 10. Okay, fully healed. Now we just got to get our magic points back. Let's try to put him to sleep again. Nice. Well, guys, it looks like the long guys are here, so it'd be a good time to stop the stream so it doesn't blow out your eardrums. So I might be able to stream again later. I'm gonna definitely take a break for now. So I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, Bard to the rescue. And I will see you guys next time.